So, we're gonna pull a few cards. We're gonna see where oh wow, I look rough. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this was not a good Oh, do you guys ever get that? You're like, what is life today? Why did I put this sweater on over top of this? It's not right. We're gonna change, my lovers. I have to like it's one of those like you're aware that you're gonna have to look at yourself. You're gonna have to look at me. If I can barely tolerate looking at myself, you might not be able to tolerate looking at me. At the same time, even me just having a little wobble about what I'm wearing, like, give you a little insight into MJ's land and vanity and such things, which, hi, daily shares, what up? So, I'm getting a little bit of help and support, and so the daily shares pre-recorded I'll do on the Instagram, and we're creating a little daily share here. How's the vibratories, my YouTube familia? I love you guys loads. Let's pull a few cards just to direct the ship. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I also teach yoga and meditation vibration, so feel free to check out all the services, and there is the Patreon community. Patreons get ad-free first access, and they get exclusive content just for them, little yoga sessions, little intuitive shares. That came through another one of the readings on TikTok. So there's this burden I feel that you're releasing or have released. There's been a lot of conflict here, actually. So today's March 12th. If you care about what day it is, I would say these are pretty timeless, just sharing and reflecting on insights. So yeah, I think if you're in a conflicted situation, it's the inevitable end. 10 of Wands, Death card, conflict, 5 of Wands, and you might be battling something out. You could be going through a divorce battle. You could be just I get a sense of like battling with siblings, maybe about an inheritance, right? If we're losing a parent. This is definitely starting to look like there's some significant loss, grief. I'm hearing something like losing a parent or losing someone definitely super duper significant, because the 10 of Wands is like a letting go. It's like that. Think of maybe for some of you, one of the parents has been ill for a while, which is likely causing you and maybe some of your siblings a little stress. Of course, with the death reverse, that's either being in denial of the inevitable release or transition, or the transition has happened and now you're battling it out with some siblings or other people. You got to heal the heart, my lovers. There's a big heart healing. Some of you could be dealing with familial ancestral karma and wounding around rejection, feeling left out, feeling burdened. It's like even feeling like you don't belong somewhere. Strength and Hierophant. So yeah, this is where you're being asked to walk away. It's like family karma or certain conflicted situations, walking away. There is a melancholy because you're also all at once walking away from a lot of despair and heartache and grief. The Strength card here is like walking toward your autonomy, walking toward your spiritual strength. I think it's something too of knowing that you're able to be who you are and stand on your own 2 feet, right? I think some of you, again, if you're hanging out here, you're listening to this and you're resonating with the messaging, some of you have already made this decision. So you've already maybe made a decision to walk away from a conflicted situation. You've maybe made a decision to walk away from the burden maybe that you've carried around this person, this situation. It's like one of those things too. Say we've been looking after somebody and then we know that they're on their way out. You could say we know that they're exiting their bodies, right? So then there is a sense of holding space, grieving, mourning, moving through the losses so that by the time the person actually transition, we've actually worked through a fair bit. And yeah, it's almost like a lot of the grief has already taken place and been processed. And by the time the death actually occurs, there's almost a relief. because the density of the physical body, a lot of people have experienced this. There's actually a profound sacred beauty and lightness when a person's soul leaves their physical body there, because the body by that point, certainly when somebody's in a fatal illness or their body's heavy and hurting and it's in pain and there's, meds that kind of distort it. And so by the time their soul is free, there's a beautiful release and a lightness, not to, of course, take away from the pain of loss. It's just part of this human condition. It's brutal. There's lots of brutality, right? But the healing of the heart, and I do get that sense for some of you, if there's conflict, like, if the family's not able to get along, you might choose to exit. You might choose to be like, you know what, I gotta heal my heart. I gotta get out of here. My siblings are not helping me right now, or the situation isn't going to resolve by me getting more involved. So you're walking away to find your strength. And I dare say maybe for some of you, there could be like this higher power. You walking away helps you find a greater sense of your higher power, your connection. Then the sixth house has come out as, I think for a lot of you, for example, if we're going down that theme of like, if there's a parent that's been unwell, maybe you've been looking after them and you're finally letting go and you're finding that strength, and now you're wanting to find stability in your day-to-day. Sixth house is like sometimes the work we do, just the day-to-day, the people we see every day, our daily routines, right? Virgo energy, there's a number 4. So this is all about you walking away to know, like, find who you are so that you can establish a lifestyle and or get back into some of your routines that really serve you, so that you can create something really sustainable here. If even just something sustainable for you to heal, after this heartbreak, after this loss. And the loss is interconnected with conflict. Like I said, it's really shining out this, like, a circumstance of loss or death, and then an inheritance and people fighting over it. Or if you're looking at like a political world stage situation, these cards could be representative of like the death of a leader, conflict. I'm hearing like assassination, which ends a game. There's a burden for the world that we're all carrying, and then someone's taken out. Okay, and then for some of you, let's get some final messages from my lovers supreme. Oh, no doubt. This is the completion of a cycle with the World card. You're at the end of a cycle. I mean, who knows? For some of you, they could be you on the way out. I love you, and I'm someone who really truly believes in eternal life. And I don't have, and most of my life, since I've sort of went into these realms, I don't have a fear. I mean, none of us want to hurt ourselves, but I don't have a fear of death, because I believe we kind of lay down our bodysuits. The essence of who we are is infinitely existing, right? So some of you, it could be you deciding to let go, right? Let go of the physical body. However, I'm not thinking that, feeling that. There's a grander majority where this is someone near and dear, still very, very painful, obviously. Upliftment here. Yeah, and for some of you, this could be someone or situation that you have been really attached to. Hence, there is like a parental figure, guardian, sibling, or not to frighten any of you. Of course, if it's not relevant to you, it's not relevant at all, right? Like, you're like, no one's even sick. But this is like a situation where you're in it. And someone's either dying or they have, and you're fine, and it's a big release, but then it's followed up by a bit of conflict. You can't quite get that new beginning. You can't quite get started, but you're having to let go, emotionally grieve, let go. Find your strength, find your balance, right? eventually when you're ready, you're getting back into those normal kind of routines or some sense of routine that help keep you stable. Yeah, and I am getting like that energy with the Scorpion. I'm like, this is no doubt, my lovers, been a stinger. It has been a stinger of a situation with the Three of Sword and the Death card and the Ten of Wands and the Scorpion. I'm like, no shit, you're having to find your strength. And don't, and give yourself permission to be uplifted as well. Give yourself permission to, binge on a Netflix program you enjoy, or, I don't know, eat some sweets or something. Like, luxuriate your ability to look after yourself. It will support you through this process, because I do feel like some of you might be, again, finding your strength, but within that strength, I did see the Hierophant, so there's a sense of like a higher power, which could be your own spiritual connection, okay? I'm going to leave it there, my lovers. Maybe one more. Yeah. Walking away for some silence, for some silence and some solitude. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being my YouTube friends. Check me out on Instagram for Daily Tarot and a little bit of dabbling on the TikTok. I try to create different content across all the boards. And again, patrons will get this first, ad-free, and then you guys will get this a few hours and or maybe even a couple days later. So take care. And patrons do get exclusive content, which means the content that you all never see. Okay, take care. Mwah! Have a great day, my lovers. Enjoy yourself. Peace out.